pinpoint where their problems with food began.
At what point in your life did you stop eating for 2 or 3 days? Because I just can't get my head around that.
In high school, I wouldn't have breakfast. I'd get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I'd make my lunch for school.
So your mum wouldn't make your lunch for you?
No, because of the fact that I wanted independence from an early age, I wouldn't want to put on them.
See, that's a really early age to have to decide yourself when you're going to be eating and what you're going to be eating. You're not helping yourself and you're not letting anybody else help you either.
No.
From that age.
It was quite surreal to look at the timeline of my life and see where this had actually come to, because it had actually started a lot sooner than I thought it had.
Skipping meals at school age sparked Josh's problems. But did Louise's overeating start as young?
These ones were when I was at my slimmest, when I was around 24.
So when did you start to be a little bit worried about your weight?
I was in a relationship with a person that wasn't particularly nice. He used to call me fat and ugly. I was actually on holiday with him there. As you can see that photograph, he's actually been ripped off it. My self-esteem was so low and my confidence was not that much, so I left him and then I started to comfort eat. I think I'd probably put on about 4 stone in a year. Food was my comfort and that's what I'd done. And I believe that it's comforted me all through the rest of my life. Although my life is all right now, I don't think I've ever got over this bit.
An emotional past triggered Louise's overeating, but Dr. Christian's hoping an insight into her possible future might help her stop.
I think you're doing really well thinking about the emotional reasons why you eat. And I've got something that I want you to watch now that I think will just take that a step further.
My name is Karen Ferguson. I'm 56 years old, and I'm 41 stone. Food means everything to me, but it's also been a curse to me. It has gotten me into a nursing rehabilitation home. Because I can't go to the restroom on my own, I have to wear a diaper all the time. Someone changes it several times a day. I can't even reach to wipe myself. I have to get other people to do that for me. I have high blood pressure and diabetes and pulmonary artery disease. The majority of my weight did come on from an abusive relationship. He would tell me how ugly I was and how stupid I was and that nobody else would have me, nobody else would want me, and I believed it. I got a lot of comfort out of the foods I was eating. My children are growing up without me. I have no idea what's going to happen. Louise, I understand that you're going through what I've been going through for years, but you've got a little boy to think about. Start getting this weight off now before it's too late.
Wow.
If I don't do something about it, that'll be me in another few years. I don't want to be like that. I don't want Taylor to come and see me in a nursing home like that.
I'm going to fly you out to America to meet her. I think it's going to be very, very difficult, but so important.
But before she's flown out to Texas, Louise has got to get through the rest of the diet swap. And thanks to Josh's meagre diet, she's now gone without food for 42 hours.
That's your lunch.
I don't think I can go another couple of hours without any food, and especially just that.
So it's sweets versus a chicken burger, chips, Coke, and extra fried chicken.
All right, so why is it that you're crying?
Why? Why do you think I'm crying? Because my body's just shut. It's just not functioning properly. You've got to start eating properly. You can't live on that. I honestly can't work Josh out at the moment. I don't think it's about him not loving food, because I think he likes food. You eat most things. It's not like you're not eating it, isn't it? Is it? So why have that?
Because that's cheap. And it's
Don't buy a packet of cigarettes then.
We're halfway through the swap, and I don't think Josh realises how serious his fags for food habit is. I need him to realise just what his appalling diet could be doing to his health. Otherwise, there's no point in him being here. So, this is my gallery. Come and have a look at this picture here.
Bad teeth.
Have you heard of scurvy?
Yeah.
It was something that sailors got because they used to live off a very limited diet with very little fresh fruit and vegetables. Gums bleed, they swell, teeth fall out, they get very poor, you get horrible sores on your body, your skin becomes very dry and crusted. Deficiency in vitamin C leads to scurvy. You're deficient in vitamin C, but there's an added issue with you. Smokers' requirements of vitamin C, we think, are about double non-smokers' requirements. What's that?
A heart, I think.
Can you see these bits here? They're blackened. That's heart muscle that's been deprived of oxygen and has died. That person died of a heart attack. It's a complete myth that only fat people have cholesterol deposits, blocked arteries and get heart attacks. Super skinny people are just as at risk.
Heart disease is the UK's biggest killer, responsible for 1/4 of premature deaths in men. At risk are the 60% who don't eat their 5 a day, and smokers who are twice as likely to have a heart attack. Guilty of both, Josh could be heading for an early grave.
If I keep going the way that I'm going, I'm going to lose all my teeth and eventually my life. Shit.
Back in the feeding clinic, it's the final meal of the swap.
Do you think that your little boy is now going to learn what you've learned from this through you?
Yeah, I'm going to teach him to cook healthily, not eat so much, great big portions. I mean, sometimes he's one of them plates that big. Saturday I'm going to have a smashing session with all of them. And they're all going out the window. You've devoured it.
Yes. Proud.
I'm proud of you. Oh yeah, baby.
And on that glorious note of appreciation from Josh, it's the end of an emotional but successful swap. The following morning, and it's time to say farewell to the feeding clinic. To achieve their goals, Louise and Josh have been given diet plans to follow.
I think I've learned enough to lose weight.
For years I've been in the same routine and it's done me no favours. But even after just a few days, I'm getting up earlier, eating more, and the best thing, I'm smoking far less than I was.
Take care. But before Supersize and Superskinny are reunited for their final weigh-in, Dr. Christian's flying Louise out to the States for a terrifying glimpse into what her future could hold, courtesy of 41-stone Texan Karen.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
It's good to see and meet you.
She put on weight for the same reasons that I put on weight. You know, having a bad relationship, comfort eating. I think it's going to be quite an emotional experience.
Karen is mostly bedbound. At 41 stone, she's unable to get up without help.
I just hate laying on my head.
Seeing Karen led in that bed, not being able to get up on her own, not being able to get dressed on her own, or go to the toilet on her own, it was a big shock.
I hope you don't mind doing this. See where it bows out? I have a condition called Charcot foot. Consists of thousands of fractures in my foot that can't be fixed.
Diabetes is a main cause of Charcot foot. Bones weaken and break, and in extreme cases can lead to amputation.
You either live or you give up. I've got to live and see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm only 56 and I'm fixing to have my 5th great-grandchild.
Unable to care for herself independently, Karen's been at the nursing home for 18 months. She only sees family when they can visit her.
Does your family come and see you often?
As often as they can. My daughter maybe once a month, my son maybe twice a month, and then I have a son that never comes.
To get an insight into what life is like for Karen's loved ones, Louise quizzes Karen's daughter, Jerry.
It's hard for me to see Karen as she is in this home, in this environment. And how hard is it for you?
It's very difficult. I mean, I should be able to, go to lunch, and, we should be able to go shopping, and we're not able to do that.
I mean, you've got your children and your grandchildren, and obviously Mum's got great-grandchildren. How's it affected them? Do they like coming and visiting Grandma, or...?
Oh, no. Oh, no, they can't stand the smell. They don't like coming here at all.
Me and your mum have been through very similar things with relationships and one thing and another, and comfort eating, and she's given me the inspiration, really, to do something about it.
It's awesome. As with her, I don't know how much hope we've got.
You remember me in this bed, and you remember what you can end up like. I want you to stay hard and stay tough.
I will.
This is like a last chance at, her age and all, for her to get this weight off and live healthfully.
The chip that I had on my shoulder about, past relationships has gone. I'm never going to live where Karen does. Never.
So did the trip to